Well, hello friends and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode, I have something special for you. So this is the 2022 Look 765 Optimum road bike, and in this episode I will give you the buyer's guide for this Look bike, and of course at the end I will tell you should you just go ahead and buy it or should you just consider this bike. I will say it immediately. If you are looking at the top quality carbon fiber frames and forks, really creme de la creme of carbon fiber frames and forks, in my opinion, there are only two bike manufacturers that really do it on another level from anybody else. One of them is definitely Look Bicycles and another one is Time Bikes. So if you are in the market for really creme de la creme of carbon fiber frames and forks, you should definitely have a look at the Look Bicycles. So this Look 765 Optimum road bike. Who is this bike for? So you see, this is the Look's endurance road bike. So a little bit more relaxed geometry, a little bit more carbon fiber frame and the fork designed to absorb a lot of the road bumps, and basically this bike is designed for the longer days in the saddle. So if you are in the market for this type of the bike, you have to check this Look 765 Optimum bike. The retail price of this bike is 3,350 British pounds, and specifically I'm focusing here on this beautiful paint scheme that Look offers, which is their so-called Pro Team White paint scheme. It's a classical Look paint scheme of white with a combination of a bit of red, yellow and blue. Very classical Look design, and it just looks stunning in my opinion, and you should definitely go with this nice white paint scheme. So as I was saying, this Look 765, a proper endurance road bike for the long days in the saddle and a bit more relaxed geometry. The retail price 3,350 British pounds, definitely not on the cheaper side of the bikes, but I will always remind people that if you are going for the Look bikes, you should definitely consider that carbon fiber frames and forks from Look are truly creme de la creme. So let's see what do you really get for your hard-earned money when we dive into the specification of this bike. So first thing first, about the carbon fiber frame and the fork. So this is of course Look's own production of carbon fiber frame and the fork, and with this endurance bikes they are also using a bit of their proprietary technology of carbon fibers plus flex fibers, which will allow them to create a better endurance road bike, a better kind of absorption of the different road bumps on the carbon fiber frame and the fork. The headline here is that this carbon fiber frame and fork of course come with internal cable routing, 12mm through axles both front and the back, and also there is a press fit bottom bracket. There is a lifetime warranty on Look carbon fiber frame and forks, so definitely you shouldn't worry about anything here, and as I say, the quality control of Look is truly stunning, and their carbon frames and forks are creme de la creme. So I'm definitely expecting no problems here with this carbon frame and the fork. Also on this bike you are getting some other products made by Look. For example, a seat post, which is a carbon fiber seat post from Look, 27.2 millimeters in diameter, very classical carbon fiber seat post. It's going to be really nice to soak up some of those smaller road bumps. Also, when you look at the saddle, you have a San Marco saddle. On this bike, saddles are a personal preference, so for example, if you don't like this saddle, it's very easy to replace. And also when you look at the stem and the handlebar, this is the Look own production, so these are aluminum pieces, separate pieces for the handlebar and the stem. Nothing is proprietary here. It's very easy to adjust your position on the bike, and also if you want to upgrade anything in the future, it's very easy. As I say, no proprietary pieces here, and although these stem and the handlebar are aluminum pieces, I absolutely have no problems with that. Now let's talk about the wheel set on this bike. So what are you getting? So Look has included the Shimano RS370 wheel set, which is the tubeless wheel set. So this Shimano RS370 wheel set is basically a Shimano 105 level wheel set from the previous Shimano 105 generation R7000. So this is a classical aluminum wheel set from Shimano with the Shimano's 105 hubs. 19 millimeters is the rim height, and I would say the total wheel set weight, both front and the back, is probably going to be somewhere around 1,800, 1,900, because the rear wheel on its own, it's about 1,100 grams. It is a wheel set, of course, ready for the center lock disc brakes, 12 millimeter through axles, both the front and the back, and as I said, it comes with the Shimano's 105 hubs, front and the back, with their cup and cone bearings. It's a proper workhorse in my opinion when it comes to these types of wheel sets, and it is a tubeless ready wheel set, but again you will definitely need to provide your own tubeless tape and the tubeless valves. And I will just mention here that the internal rim width is 19 millimeters. So a proper workhorse wheel set from Shimano, I have no complaints here, is definitely going to serve you very well for a few seasons. And once when you destroy this wheel set or you want to upgrade, I strongly recommend you to have a look at, for example, DT Swiss wheels, Zip wheels, or even Shimano wheels now, because they have a great lineup of carbon fiber wheels starting from about, I think, $1,000 US. This wheel set on this bike is wrapped with the Hutchison Fusion 5 performance tires. These are 28 millimeter tires, tubeless ready tires. I'm glad that Look has included the 28 millimeter tires here on this endurance bike, because what you want is definitely a lot of air volume, because it's gonna make your ride much smoother. So everything totally fine here, absolutely no complaints here. Now let's look at the group set on this bike and the braking system. So what are you getting? So when you look at the shifters, front mech and the rear mech, you are getting a superb Shimano Ultegra mechanical group set. So this is a Shimano Ultegra R8000 mechanical group set, 11-speed mechanical group set, and also the crankset on this bike is Shimano Ultegra with the chain rings of 50-34 at the front, paired with the Shimano Ultegra cassette, 1132 cassette. And I'll just mention here that the chain, they didn't cut corners here, again Shimano Ultegra chain. So everything full group set of Shimano Ultegra, which is absolutely superb in my opinion. Bottom bracket, as I said, is a press fit bottom bracket. They are using a Token Ninja bottom bracket, which is perfectly fine, and considering that Look has an extremely good quality control on their carbon fiber frames and forks, definitely there shouldn't be any creaking noises from the bottom bracket here. I will also mention here that when you look at the braking system on the bike, it is a Shimano Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes, which is superb, and also front and the back you have a Shimano's Ultegra braking rotors, which are the RT800 braking rotors. Absolutely superb rotors, 160 millimeters at the front and 140 millimeters at the back. Okay, I'm not a big fan of 140 millimeter rotors at the back, but it's something that you can easily upgrade in the future when you destroy these rotors. You just need a different disc brake adapter and you can fit 160 millimeter rotors. That's what I would do in the future, just because you will get better heat dissipation and just a bit better braking performance. As it is now, perfectly fine, Shimano Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes with the RT800 braking rotors, superb setup. And also I would advise you here that in the future, when you destroy these braking rotors and you need to buy a new one, definitely stick with the Shimano Ultegra braking rotors, or you can even use braking rotors from the Shimano mountain bike world. For example, Shimano SLX braking rotors or Shimano XT braking rotors, depending what's available on the market. Also, I have to mention here that nicely Look gives you the total weight of this bike in size medium. They're saying it's 8.06 kilograms without the pedals. So if you add another 200 to 300 grams for the pedals, so let's call it 8.3 kilograms in size medium for this endurance road bike, it's truly excellent in my opinion. When you look at some other endurance road bikes, they could be easily close to like 9 kilogram bikes. So this, let's call it 8.3 kilograms out of the box, is very impressive low bike weight for this bike. I will also mention here that when you look at the carbon fiber frames and forks from Look, I'm guessing that this carbon fiber frame and fork could easily be around 1,100 grams in some kind of size medium, which again is just a testament to the look quality of their carbon fiber frames and the forks, where they can also make a very light carbon frames and forks. So in a summary, what should you do with this Look 765 Optimum bike with the retail price of 3,350 British pounds? I can easily recommend you to just go ahead and buy this bike if you can get your hands on one of these in a size that you need, because again, primarily you are buying a Look bike for the top quality carbon fiber frame and the fork, and luckily on this bike with the Shimano's Ultegra mechanical group set, Shimano's Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes, and also Shimano 105 wheel set, I definitely have no complaints about this bike. It's a very impressive build from Look, and the retail price of 3,350 British pounds, I mean, just kind of confirms this. So as I say, if you are in the market, definitely have a look at the Look 765 Optimum road bike. So I think this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, please keep on watching, keep on liking, and as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!